Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilaus, and we're here with our glorious little base, and things are progressing. Well, they're getting pretty busy here, and the reason why they're getting busy is because we have over here, we have 6 of the big mega trucks, and they have now sort of carved out most of the coal area, and now they're getting started on just munching on the mountain, and with a little bit of coal here and there, which means that we're going to get a lot of stuff in here. And that's going to be the first issue. But the objective for today is going to be make some gold here, set up a gold base, and use the gold to make luxury materials and get those in here. And then see what else we can do. So there's a little bit of sort of supporting this one so that it goes, and then a little bit of gold. So let's start with this one. We're going to start by looking at a blueprint that I have compiled and put in, and this will also of course be available. This is like a gentle ramp, I guess we could call it. There goes in, then oh, this is funny, huh? There. Then we can take our station 1 to 4. So this would look like this, and if I flip it, then it looks good, I think, except that it's now the station. If you look at direction, we're going to turn around so that it actually goes there, this way. But now the station indicator is at the end of the train, at the back of the train instead of the front of the train, which actually honestly doesn't matter. Apparently they can go in and they can sort of stop past the train, past the station, and well, that doesn't really matter. So I also don't even need this one. Which is also a little bit of a surprise to me if I don't need to fuel it, but I do need to fuel it, so that's a different matter. I'm gonna do liquid fuel module, yes, that one. But there is no reason to have this on the inside. We move it here, the stations here, and flip them so that they're actually on the outside. And they would need to be sort of directions again. That's over here. That would need to be there. So now it's going the right way, and we can get these in here. The fuel, I guess that's also going to be here. Okay. So we just built the tracks, connected, and then we can basically take this. If I take it, and then I'm going to go 1, 2 out, like that. And then I can get it directly in here, which should still have go up and down just to make it. But we have all of that already done here. So let's build the train station now, like this. And we're getting it in here. I'm also now making 3 lanes in here because I'm expecting to get quite a lot of inbound here. And I'm also making a big box. We're getting the coal back online, so power was a little bit of a problem because I forgot that when I moved the coal deposit, I was not getting any coal in here. But this is working, this is good. Now I need the trains to actually get in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here, and I have the load rock mine, then I'm going to add another one to the station, that one. So now they can go to either of these when they want. And then what I need to do is, or what I want to do is saying that there's going to be a maximum of 3 on each of them. I think that's fine. This one, it has more than 3, but this one, we'll put 3 there. And there are 7 trains in total, so that means that now they will go to either one of these. Maximum 3 on each, waiting on each, but it'll get there. This is not mining very much here, so this is why there's not really much going on in this location. So I do hope that we will get, yes, we are getting it in here. Let's see how it works. And it is, as usual, filling up and going out. Great. So we have now alleviated actually a lot of this part. I'm going to do that one so that we have at least, if it fills up, then we still have that as an option. So that's that should hopefully help a lot. What we also might get into trouble with is this one. I'm just going to do, and it's less than 50, because we will need to get some supplementary coal in here. But I don't want to do that until we have more Unity, because what we need to do is we need to enable this one, and it will cost 1.2 Unity, and I don't have that yet. So that's how we're going to do that. Well, we're going to make gold and then we're going to make luxury items. So it's time for us to make some gold. Right, what do we want to do with the gold? Let's see. I am going to start. We're going to do from start to the beginning, beginning and the end. We are going to start with the end. Oh, I don't want to design on this. I want to design on this part. So let's start by having a box of solid gold out here. How do we get solid gold? We get that from either the gold or the scrap gold. The thing with the scrap gold is that this is so easy that I actually just want to do that at my recycling facility, which I'll also update afterwards. So this high supply of hydrogen. Oh, are you kidding me? That's crazy. Okay, it went pretty fast from no hydrogen to max hydrogen, and this is because this one changed from 6 to 7, so they actually started not doing it good. And I can also take these two out. There, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Having high hydrogen here might actually be a problem because it could prevent any fuel gas from going, because this can't convert it into oxygen. We need we need hydrogen vehicles. That was pretty quick that it changed from not having enough to having too much. Well, I guess it's also a matter of this one being full. Yeah. So we can also just do something, get them started on doing more random crap, like paving the world, for example. Back to this one. We're going to be using a gold furnace. So let's build some gold furnaces and figure out the size of what we want to build. And that's going to be like this. I think I'm just going to be smashing them directly in here. Here and yeah, there. Okay, so this will be that recipe. I will actually not do the scrap one because, as I said, I'll do it at the scrap location. What does this need inbound? It needs some sand. Well, okay, we're gonna get some sand inbound, and it needs something else. There's something else is the ore concentrate, which comes from a settling tank. So let's build some settling tanks. Unsettling tanks there, and like that. These are each there. That's each 36 to 9. So 9 plus 9 is 18. That becomes 9 here. Okay. And we're gonna get another one of these here, and that will also just have the toxic slurry. 27 times 4 is 108. 108 toxic slurry. So this will somehow get in here. From here to there. And that certainly doesn't need to be updated or fast built here. That one. You go straight in and you get over here. Okay, looking good. The other thing will be this sand. So that's a U shape. That comes in here, and that goes over here. So that means sand is coming in. So I will get sand on a loose storage here, and I'm kind of doing them one by one. Yeah, and that will go up to that one and into that one, and again not a fast one, and I'll just do sand there. Node survive empty there. Okay, so now we have everything for this location. Oh, we don't have the exit yet, so we do need to have here. Oh no, I'm wasting extra parts on this. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now I need some acid inbound, and I need some. Let's look at this one first. That comes from a crusher. Okay, so let's build a crusher here. Yeah, this crusher will make, I think it might be this one. Powder. From crushed to powder, and this is powder, yes. And this is 72 to 72, and that's 2 times 36. So again, that's good. And because I am outputting into a connector that has higher infinite capacity, then this is not a problem. And I'm gonna flip. Oh. How is this not connected? How is this incorrect? Oh, there's a space in between. Ah, there's a space in between these two. Isn't there also a space here? Yes, there is. That's odd. Huh. Okay, well, don't need that. There's also a space here. And that goes here. Good. But there is a space in between these two, and that kind of has to be there. Doesn't it? No, this seems weird. No, it shouldn't be there. There we go. That's better. And now there should be some kind of build here. There. It's not as pretty, but it works better. It's more compact. There we go. That works. And then we need acid inbound. Don't care about that. This one is getting some crushed ore. So let's see how we get the crushed ore. That is different recipe. That is from the gold ore into the crushed gold ore. And there's no other things here. So we just get a connection and then go into that connection. And this one will just be a big box. There. There you go. And this one will be with the gold ore inbound. Get all that inbound. There. Concrete slab is empty. It's empty. No problem. That's not a big surprise. Okay. So what are we missing? We're missing taking care of the slurry, and we're taking care of the acid. Those are luckily a little bit connected. So we take the wastewater treatment here. And let's see. It'll be something like this is the closest we can make it. And this has to be a level 2 pipe. And that goes in. But now we have other problems here. Because I need that one to be built to medium. And I need you to be... Oh, I need to check the recipe first. Here. I need brine inbound. That's coming from somewhere. And I need you outbound. So that would go to this location. Yep. And this is slag. Need one more thing with slag. Outbound. 8 and 1 if empty. Yes. No. 1 if full. And now you can see that we need to move the whole thing like this. Where was it? Here. 1, 2 tiles out. Yes. And then all of this just gets reestablished. Good. So now there's everything is aligned. It's good. This could also be here. Would that make a difference? No, not really. And this could go up and down again, and then it would be taking less space. Does that seem silly? A little bit silly. Yeah. There. Okay, so now we have water coming out. 36 water for 18 brine. What could we use that 36 water for? Well, we could use it for making some acid. So let's do that. Here. That one will make some acid. because it's easier to... We need to deal with the water anyway. So if we can take all the acid and make it in here. Now, here's the interesting thing. This is requiring 48 acid. And if I take this one and say, I'm not putting 60 water in, but I'm only putting 36 water in, then I will get 43 acid out. That means I don't have enough to keep this going. And if I don't add something, some fresh acid, then, or some fresh water, then it'll just run out. So that's a little unfortunate, but it just kind of how it is. We'll need to work with that in a different way. Here, we're getting the sulfur in here. I can take you and go as far over as this. These are all as compact as possible. So, going in, and then this connects. So we get all the acid. Then I will actually get separate acid in here, which does seem a little bit weird, but I'll take the acid in and use it as only supplemental to top up, which means I will get a lowest chlorine. Here. This one. Actually, I want this to be a pipe 1. And then 1, 2, or 1. Just go in here. That is all the acid taken care of. So the only thing we're missing is brine inbound. If we get brine inbound, this is perfect. So we can take this. And I can make it close to where we get this inbound. What do I want to minimize? This is actually interesting because it's going in here, but it will use this sorting facility, which means it goes into the sorting facility and then comes back. So it might actually be better to do something like this. We can also build it like this, maybe. Ugh, that seems a little bit weird. Actually flip it. I want the pickup closest. Like that. And then removal. It's 2 tiles away from the edge, which is where it wants to be. This. Yeah. It feels a little bit weird to do it this way, but I guess we do. And I will now get this one in here. I'm looking for mainly the gold, so I don't want to be going too far as inside here. That will be coming from here, which obviously does not have anything yet. Yeah. I'm wondering if I could actually get this down here. No, I can't. Well, a little bit. Good. And although I don't actually need this to be so prominent anymore. Which means I should be able to get this a little bit further out. Here. Yes, perfect. There. So that will be bringing it over and hopefully less of a hassle with this. So this is ready and train has no fuel. Huh. Yeah, I know why. That is that's on me. We forgot to put a fuel station over here. Well, we didn't quite forget to put a fuel station, we just didn't do it. So let's build our gold deposit here. We still have an unresolved issue about the brine. We need to get brine somewhere, which means I need to get access to water. I have water down here, which I could go over, or I potentially have water down here. But this has not been landfilled yet to the extent that I'd like to. If I had built it landfilled over here, then it would be better. So also this one is not the most interesting or the most relevant right now. So I can actually, as long as this is generating sand, then I don't need this one. This one was basically just to get it started with it and just have something to do for all of these. So I'm going to retire these. Oh, it even got a big one. Nice. And we retire all of these. And then all of this will probably have issues. And then I'm going to assign it to this one. I'll get a big one. There. And a lot of vehicles. We'll get up to 14 vehicles. There we go. And that should be mining this area. And then hopefully throwing the rest out here because it's now in the same area. They're coming in. Okay. And this is automatically coming in. But we still have the brine. Yeah, these ones are problematic to say the least. If I do this, then they will be getting in. Diesel is getting in here. Okay, chlorine is bad. I will do that one. And then we'll get the chlorine going again. Good. Then brine. I really want to get it from down here, but I don't think I can right now, so maybe I have to get it from somewhere else. I really dislike blocking these trucks here. And it looks like it's working, despite the fact that we forgot something very important. That was the priority here. This one should be here. This will not be working all the time because it's waiting for water to come in, which is okay. And then when the water comes in, it'll just do another craft and then it'll sit and wait. And hopefully, well, in the meantime, while it's sitting here and waiting, then we can top up with some acid. So these will always work. So now we are consuming 144 gold ore per minute, but we're only getting 18 gold out. So we're still getting some. 36. It's some. It's not a lot. So what I want to do now is I want to actually redo our recycling, because I would expect that we're going to get more recycling soon. And yeah, so basically I want to design it, and the idea of my design is that I'm just going to use 2 of these. There's no bigger version of this, so all we can do is just make it twice as big. And high supply of gold ore, that's fine. Or plant can't get something out. Which one is that? That is okay. Yeah, so we're starting to see like a vast quantity of rock coming in here. And that means that they are primarily mining rock now, but with a little bit of coal in between, and the coal should be enough, but the iron will then have to be thrown out here on these trains. We're coming in here, and they're being loaded nice and fast. What? Why do you leave? You're not supposed to leave. Why? I told you not to. Full of, depart condition, full of product. No. Full of, just full. There. Right. So this one was set to full. The other one was just, whatever. So now it should be good. Gold ore is a problem. This one is a problem. I am getting 3 belts out here. Don't think I can do much better than that. So, yeah. They'll just have to not mine as fast. And back to this location. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we are going to do this one. We're going to get an inbound, and that will be like this. And this will be the processed, the compacted ones, because we only really want to transport the recycled. They are here. No warnings on this. And this is a 60 per second. That's not good enough. We are going to get... Oh, that's a little bit too good. This one. Inbound. And then I want to do a Victorio splitter here. But nope, that's not a thing. Good. So we're going to get stuff outbound. It's going to come out here. And I don't know where it needs to go. But let's start by looking at these boxes here. This box should be there. So you can now go up. And what is it we want for this box? We want to have solid compactors. I can compact here and I can compact here. Oh, high supply solar cells. Nice. Ooh, interesting. There. Kind of important to place them exactly correct. There. Okay, let's just fire up a little bit more. And while we're looking at this, we can look at production here. Oof, only 8%. That's not actually that much. It has seen it up to 12%, so must have been bad weather for a while. But I think that's still nice if we could do that. Highest supply of gold ore is in this one. Is this filling up with gold? Yeah, a little bit, because we're not really emptying it. And also, if we look at it here, these really want to empty, but they're priority 9 empty. And the other one is priority 8 empty, so I should be emptying this first. Anyway, back to that one. We're going to get this in here, and then I need to get a splitter. That's going to be... We're getting it out as the unsorted, or as the unfiltered here. This will be the iron. And iron scrap. There we go. This is difficult to find, apparently. And this... Nope. No. There we go. And is this level... Nope, this is the bad one. In here. And that goes in and in. Then we're basically going to do the same thing for copper. Here. This will do iron here. Compacting the iron. Compacting the copper. There. And we'll get another filter here, which will be copper scrap. Ocean access blocked. Are you kidding me? Oh, right. Okay, I thought it was one of my ships. Whew. Okay, that's not a problem. We'll just move it over here. Whew. That's just because they are landfilling fast. There. And... let's do a pipe 2 from here to here. And that'll have to be done a number of times. Ooh, gold ore is no longer high. Great, so we are getting this one out. Okay, so after this, then we are going to get the glass. High gold ore. Glass, I can't imagine seeing this being this high. So we'll be a little bit more modest about this here. This will be broken glass, and broken glass can't be compacted, so we'll just do from here and into that one. All of these broken glass empty and warn if full, and try to empty it as fast as possible. We'll do the same thing for this. Nope, that will be copper compressed, and I want to get rid of it. I want to notify if you're full, and then do that. And the same for this one. Get rid of it all. It is now compressed iron scrap and notify full and 8 there. So what is the next thing? The next thing is actually gold. So I want to do gold in a different way. I want to do that one. This will be solid gold there. Then I'm going to do here. That will be gold scrap. Now this gold scrap should not be built in the same way. This should be made with a... Oh my god, this clickety click here is annoying. Gold furnace. Whoops. That one. And like so. Oops. Go in. Go in. These are definitely too fast. And I'm going to get... This will only be working with the gold scrap. There's no way we... I mean, I say that now, but I don't think we're going to get more than 18 gold scrap in per minute. And then the rest of it, the last one, is just going to be left empty because we don't have the bauxite yet, but that will be the aluminium or bauxite. So we just leave it here so that anything that doesn't get filtered gets into that box. This is now our design. And I will just delete this and replace it with the other one. So, remove, quick remove, quick remove, quick remove, and here. Then I'm going to build it 2 from the side and 2 from the side and that side. And ta-da! There is a new, not enough Unity. Oh, okay. And Ocean Axis is already dead again. These should not be getting anything inbound. So don't bring things in. That's just because the rest is not built yet, but I don't want this here. Okay. It's working, I think, and all this gets worked on. Perfect. Ocean Axis again, fix. It is time for us to actually use our valuable gold here, and we're going to use that to get some luxury goods module. And I want to build it here. So this luxury goods module is going to primarily use our imported things, and then I'm going to, yeah, maybe like this. So how much is this? This is consuming 13, and I am going to just make a little factory here, which seems strange to do a factory right next to this, but we are, because the stuff that comes in is almost exclusive from here, and then it's gold that's like somewhere. This will be, let's do small ones here, or slow belts. There. So what are we getting inbound? This will be luxury goods. They will make 8, so that's just 24 luxury goods each. And I will be getting a box here. That will be this distance. And I'm going to get it in here. This will be the gold. And the flat lift. There. And that will come from you. Yes. Now, there's something on level 4, level 5. Huh. And that means I could do this. And then do 1, 2, 3. I really want it to be exactly on this line. I'll just do this. Yeah. Inbound. And this one goes like that. Then I need to go down. 1 up. No. Try again. There. And that goes in. In. And this will now be requesting gold. Full box of gold. Request if it's empty. And it's not particularly important. And let's fire it up. I like it. Yes. So that should give us hopefully some... Still not Unity. No, none of Unity. Damn. Yeah, we do need more Unity. So that's kind of also why we're here. We got it. There we go. It bumped up it 1.75. I think that's worth it. If we can get 1.75 from this. Right, so we'll immediately start using the Unity we have, and we're going to use it to get a coal belt inbound. Yes, because we need this one to be activated, so I'm going to activate it here, so it can start building up something. Ocean access blocked. Oh my god, this happens all the time. But maybe we'll actually get all the way to the end now. Okay. So let's build a new ship at this location where we used to have our big facility. And I'm going to build it here because I think, if I recall correctly, that it expands that way if I upgrade it. So this will, the loose modules, medium, here. Each of these will be set to mining of coal. The funny thing is we can actually set them up to mine to get in different things, but I don't think that's a great idea generally. And we'll be making a box like this, and then there. And I think this should be fine in unloading capacity. Yeah. And then of course this is going to be switch to coal. I will not complain. I will complain if it's empty or full just in the beginning, just to see what's going on. Then my beautiful build here is also, I love that we have like a line here for diesel for all of the ships. It's so convenient. So let's build it and see. Not enough Unity. And here we have the ship. It's coming in finally. Well, not finally, but it is. Do I want it to be a slow ship? No. Let's at least the first ones. Let's go. It can't get out here because it doesn't have any materials here yet. 192 inbound per minute is pretty good. This needs to get to 3,200 before it actually leaves. Low supply of coal, that's fine because that's this one. Right, so there's really not really much more we can do except for one thing, because we don't really like seeing this. Well, I do, but I want to use that for something. So we're going to be drawing a bridge just because it's an option. We're not going to build it, but we're just going to be exploring a little bit with how this works. I think this is a really interesting way that the bridge works. So you can see that there are some green locations. Those are the places where I can draw my bridge to. Draw bridge. So we can do like long. We can also just elevate it. And you can see it's a red, two red ships. The reason why they're red ships is because it's not possible to go underneath. Like here, the cargo ships can, but the frigate cannot. The warship cannot. 25, then both of them can go under. So I think I'll do this, because that's nice. We go out here. Then we stay up at... Let's see if we can get one of these. Oops. I don't want to go so far down. Is this actually landing? It's not, though. Is it? No, it's not. Oof, I deleted all of it. Yep, this is a little bit of a hassle to do. So if we go up, we can actually avoid this being good. And I kind of want this. Here, let's get two of these pillars here. That one, and then go down. Hit that location. Click. That's going to be a glorious... I want two of these and two of these pylons, and I want them to be big. So this is something we can build. We can't build all of it. We can build the first parts here, if we had enough Unity. We could start building it, but we can't build the ones in the ocean unless we get some amphibious vehicles. So we do want to have like 3 amphibious vehicles just to sort of get this one going. And then we can just get it started. It's going to take a little bit of time. The first 2 we should be able to do from land, but the next one we won't be able to do from land. We got the first segment of the bridge ready, and we'll be exploring that further in future episodes to see what we get. But what we can see is we need to get some of these amphibious vehicles, and once we get that, we can start filling in this one here. They have a ramp to go into the water, and then they'll just drive out there. This is also working. We're getting coal. I don't need this coal to be doing anything. It just it's just here so that we don't run out of coal. And this gold is that's interesting. Why that's, well, so are we getting a lot of gold inbound? I guess we are. I think it's also just the fact that we are just building it so damn slow here. Like it's one of those things where I'm like, should I just have built it twice as big immediately? Maybe I should have, because gold is really nice to have, and I'm only making 18 per minute. So you never know. Maybe you'll tune in next time and it'll be twice as big. Who knows? I know, maybe. But anyway, this is going to be where we wrap up. The designs for today was the new recycling plant. It was the gold build, and then we also built a train station here so we can get rid of the massive amount of rock from just removing the mountain just automatically without us using all of our trucks for it. The trucks are busy and they're doing something. So yeah, and we're also starting to see more of the big hauler trucks out here as well, which is super amazing. So in just 10 hours or something, we'll start seeing most of them being converted, I guess. Thank you for watching, and the blueprints are of course available to Patreon supporters as usual. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care and stay effective.